It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Plenty of excitement as we count down to
Since I'm now in
tip-off
control
here on
too,
2K
so make a
Sports.
roster
A little New
change.
Year's Eve hoops. This is
I'm not doing
very,
a trade.
very
When's the
yet,
countdown
so
begin?
we'll see how this
5,
goes.
4.
Warriors and Heat. Let's do this.
Happy New Year's Eve. Well, Steve, the final day of the year,
Yep,
it's
that's
always
right.
fun
I
to count
benched,
down with some
Sabonis
basketball.
and Schroeder.
Smitty, now I know you and I are getting older. What are the odds that you would give yourself for actually being able to stay up and watch the ball drop on midnight?
It's a lot of years I haven't made it, Kevin, but I think now,
Me too.
since I've had some teenagers and they're out, I stay up until they get back. But other than that, I'm usually sleeping way before midnight.
Same way, same story. Let's get those teenagers in so we can go to bed.
Yes.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Rozier's out there with McCollum. Then it's T.J. Warren. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Reed in at the 5. Harris misses. On defense, the Heat, they come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
I was honestly shocked they let the lead go. They need to learn how to manage the clock and lead better as the season goes on.
Harris against McCollum. Warren the pass to Rozier. Jokic with his screen on Curry. Here's Rozier, guarded by Curry. Rozier kicks to Jokic. Shakes off the strong D and gets the bucket for 2.
And defensively, this is a nightmare. He's already on a roll.
Well, obviously, this was the strategy coming in. Feed him the rock and let him go to work.
Now here is Harris. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
You know, last season, Steve Kerr once again having to miss time due to complications from his back surgery. Missed the majority of the team's postseason. But he got through the regular season fine, but it's something that has troubled him off and on.
And oh, here we go. Prince has got it. The fast break chance. Curry's shot is off. Warriors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And it's McCollum in the corner. 1:57 left in the first quarter. With the floater, got a hand on it. And it's the Heat on the break. Curry's got the ball. Offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Jokic with his screen on Prince. 6 to shoot. In the corner, Reed with it. Here's Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
One of the cases where height fails to tell you the whole story.
The Heat have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Outside Curry. From deep. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's now 6 points for Steph Curry.
Stephen Curry shooting a 3 is like a layup.
Rozier the pass to McCollum. Reed a screen. Jokic against Olynyk. Jokic, no good.
Ooh, that's the one when you watch the film back, he's going to cringe. He couldn't ask for a better opportunity.
Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
McCollum kicks to Rozier. Lets the 3 fly. C.J. McCollum, and that's good.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Now here is Harris. Really struggled in the loss against Oklahoma City. Curry outside. And again, Miami with the triple.
Stephen Curry is great off the dribble, but he also is good at the catch and shoot.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for Miami. And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success.
There's obviously ways that you can get better.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
You know, when he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
And we're getting back to the action in our New Year's Eve broadcast. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
That's their mindset, and these extra possessions have been converted into a lead.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for the Heat, Prince out there with Harris. Then it's Curry. Then it's Olynyk, and it's Harris in a shooting guard. Here's Curry, following the basket by Jokic. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And Tobias Harris, the former Tennessee Volunteer. You would think a player who has been so efficient, Steve, on offense his whole career wouldn't have bounced around as much as he has.
It is surprising how much he's changed teams. Always a factor on offense, and he doesn't need many touches. If I'm a coach, I love to have him as an option.
Now Curry, following the three-point attempt by C.J. McCollum. Curry kicks to Olynyk. Good ball movement here by Miami. Screen by Olynyk. Curry outside. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And that's 12 points for Steph Curry.
Curry does a nice job of using the screen. He doesn't need much space to knock down the shot.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And with your defense, one part's your ability, the other, though, is effort, and in that one they showed neither.
Also, they were late with their rotations for most of the evening. Gave up a lot of easy points.
Now here's McCollum. 11 points for him in that last game against Charlotte. Jokic with this screen on Curry. Here's Rozier, guarded by Curry. The three from Warren. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Harris kicks to Curry. And again, Miami with the triple.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Smitty, you watch the game closely, of course. When you look beyond the household names that we all know, who are some of the more underrated players in the league right now?
I think Jay Crowder, Kemba Walker. I think Gordon Hayward, Rodney Hood, Contavious Caldwell-Pope. Those are some of the names that jump out on the screen for me because they play the right way, they make winning plays, and I think more and more people are starting to notice them.
I like those names. Right now, let's check out the teams with the best free throw percentage. Number 1, the Heat.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
1:37 left here in the second. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
It's stolen by Harris. In transition, here comes Miami. At the elbow, it's Harris. Outside Curry. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist in this one.
And until someone stops him, he's just going to continue to keep firing from distance.
He does a great job, in my opinion, of finding space along the perimeter and has the touch to knock these down.
Now, here's Warren. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Here's Jokic. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Miami called for the foul. The Warriors shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first one falls. With the way the Warriors romped in the playoffs and how stacked their team is, Steve, is a team like Golden State or really any team this talented good for the NBA?
It's a question that was asked a lot last season and will get asked a lot this season. I love the way this team plays. I think they play with such greatness and unselfishness. All the other 29 teams, they just have to catch up.
Warriors trail by 14. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Rozier. Rebound by Olynyk. Heat on offense. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. And that's Prince, that time on the assist from Olynyk. 6 points for Prince.
Remember, he played the point guard position for most of high school, so Olynyk has retained that vision.
Rozier kicks to McCollum. Teardrop shot. He lays it in. McCollum's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
And so it's Miami sitting with a comfortable lead up. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He was exactly the kind of long-range threat they were looking for, scoring 18 points from deep on some excellent three-point shooting. Kenny, let's start with you. What you think? And that wraps up the half.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on it. Heat leading by 14. And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. Jokic is out there with T.J. Warren. Then it's Reed. Then there's McCollum. And it's Rozier in at the point guard position. Olynyk can't hit. Warriors shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. McCollum passing to Rozier. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Harris. Jokic with a screen on Curry. 6 on the shot clock. And it's Rozier missing. Miami's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Harris misses. Warriors trail by 14. Here's Rozier looking for his first basket still in this one. At the elbow, Jokic. That shot misses. Some solid defense from Harris. Outside Curry. That's good again. His 7th basket. 7 for 10 from the floor.
Stephen Curry feeding off the contact from the defense.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. And Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. And Greg, you hear about the competitive culture that this Miami Heat franchise has.
Yeah, and that doesn't always work for some teams, but it works for the Heat. This group will push each other all the time to be the best they can be. The practices have a feel of game-level intensity. Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Rozier kicks to Warren. Over Prince. And the Warriors miss again.
Unfortunately for him, the defense is slow to react, but he couldn't make them pay.
Harris against McCollum. From 13. And he overshot that one, missing. Warriors trail by 18. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Reed a screen on Curry. Here's Rozier. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Miami leading by 15. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And here's Harris from the arc, and the three ball is good. Harris has got 6 points.
We know Harris is good off the dribble, now becoming equally adept at the catch and shoot.
And the pass to Reed. Harris against McCollum. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Harris with the ball. 2 points. That one goes.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
When you watch the Warriors play, their offense is a work of art. There's so much player movement and passing, it's impossible to cover. And the shooting they have, it just puts it over the top.
Reed, a screen on Prince. Warren on the wing. Guarded by Prince. Warren, the pass to Jokic. Rebound by Olynyk. Outside Curry. Prince. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. 8 points for Prince.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
That's what's extending this lead. The right plays, right time, and good finishing.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Heat out front, opening up a huge gap. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. Let's listen in on what Eric Spoelstra had to say to his team.
I like the activity, guys.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. We've got Kelly Olynyk. Prince out there with Harris. Then it's Curry. And it's Harris in at the two-guard spot. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Jokic kicks to Rozier. A three-pointer, no good. Miami leading by 20. Now the NBA can be a superstitious place at times, Steve, with all the quirks and characters in the league. And when you played, what was the strangest game day ritual that you ever saw?
I think Harold Miner. He touched everything with his nose, his gym shoes, his wristbands, the basketballs at the free throw line, and everybody did. And I think for me, as I got older, it wasn't strange. It was out of necessity. I had to get in some kind of steam room and have all those hot pads wrapped around me just to get loose to play.
I like that story. I don't like Baby Jordan's story, though. Harold Miner, that doesn't work for me. I don't understand that. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Jokic a screen. Cullen passes to Jokic. 6 to shoot. Puts it up from 12. And it's Rozier missing.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Kicks it to Harris. There's the feed to Olynyk. Over Reed. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Well, if you're the coach, you're frustrated right now. That's exactly the look you're trying to get on offense.
Olynyk sets a screen for Curry. Harris kicks to Prince. Dishes it to Olynyk. Over Reed. That one rolling around and rims out. Olynyk's gone 1 of 4 so far. Cullen passes to Rozier. Pass to Warren. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And when you see T.J. Warren on the court, I just love his activity. I mean, he's always cutting and moving without the basketball. Very adept at finding those openings on the floor.
And Miami going with a whole new group out there. And so he makes both from the line. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start. But, Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
Burks against Johnson. From deep. No good there. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Steph Curry.
You know, coming into tonight, hard to say if his intention was to take over the way he did, but as the game evolved, it became clear that he was the alpha dog on the offensive end.
Hands it from downtown.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
Zeller, a screen on Gibson. Harris dishes to Zeller. Over Jokic, and it's sent back by Jokic. Burks kicks to Warren. And he banks in the layup.
And this run may make the score look a little more acceptable, but still a loss.
They could never put it together when it mattered. Just let too many opportunities slip through their fingers.
Harris outside. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawless. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
Curry was 75, 24 from Prince. Toby had 18, 12 boards, 15 assists. Prince also had 12 boards. Gary with 9, Olenek with 6, and 18 boards. Jokic with 57 and 24. McCollum with 15. Warren with 12. Scary Terry with a Kevin Love stat line and 15 assists. And Willie Reed with a true Kevin Love stat line. More changes to be made to that team. Yeah, this was kind of a wash.